There's other breaking news we're following right now. New details emerging as the United States faces what's now being described as a triple threat from Al-Qaeda. The danger comes from different directions, with terrorists stepping up efforts to attack American targets overseas and at home. Our Pentagon correspondent Barbara Starr is joining us with the latest. Let's start with what you've learned, Barbara, about this very dangerous American in Pakistan.
Wolf, a senior U.S. official tells me that over the last 6 months or so, what they have been monitoring is a series of threats from Al-Qaeda in various locations, threats aimed at U.S. targets overseas and indeed U.S. targets here at home. One of the big concerns is a man named Abdullah al-Shami. He is part of Al-Qaeda core, the old Al-Qaeda based in Pakistan. This was supposed to be the Al-Qaeda on the run. Al-Shami, believe it or not, Wolf, they believe he was actually born in America, American-born, went to the Middle East as a very small child with his family, and now is essentially the head of Al-Qaeda's external planning operations in Pakistan. He is a guy they believe is planning, trying to put operatives in place, just part of this overall effort. They do not think yet he has been successful. They see no operational cells in the United States, but this is not Al-Qaeda on the run. This is someone they're watching very closely. The New York Times actually quietly mentioned him several months ago. U.S. officials are loath to talk about him, but al-Shami, that is his code name, is the one to watch.
Second stream apparently coming from Syria. What are you learning about that?
Wolf, another man, a guy named Al-Jani, also coming, it is believed, from Pakistan into Syria. Last week, he was very quietly sanctioned by the Treasury Department. They believe he is a key Al-Qaeda senior operative now in Syria, also at the core of a Syrian-based effort, planning external attacks again, attacks against U.S. and Western targets. Syria now a hotbed, basically open territory for Al-Qaeda to operate. There are training camps. They are bringing fighters in. And as we are going to discuss in a short while, they are sending fighters out of Syria, trying to get them into Europe, trying to get them into the United States to attack wherever they can.
The third stream coming from Yemen. What are you learning about that?
Yemen, Wolf, always a top concern. It is, of course, the headquarters for Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. Remember, we reported several days ago the U.S. Embassy in Sana'a had closed to any outside services. It is still closed. It is going to remain closed for weeks. This is one of the biggest indications of the growing threat from Al-Qaeda in Yemen. The concern that they are very capable of trying to attack the U.S. Embassy in Yemen, capable of trying to attack inside the United States. Let's circle back and tie this all up, Wolf. The concern here is in each of these locations, Al-Qaeda operatives are threatening and making efforts to try and put operatives into place to attack U.S. targets in Europe, U.S. targets at home. U.S. official tells me there's no evidence of operational cells yet, but they are watching and tracking every one of these as they emerge, Wolf.
I want you to stay with us, Barbara. I want to expand this conversation.